Hey there, my friend. It's time for our weekly wisdom card draw. This is your time to pause, to ground yourself in the moment, to connect with your body and soul, to reclaim the power you have to create your life in each moment, and to commit or recommit to shining your light in the world. I'm going to draw a card from our deck, Running Your World, which is all photos from my book, Running the World, Marathon Memoirs from the 7 Continents. So each card has a photo from one of the 7 continents and then a message that I've written that is inspired by that photo. So each week, as I always do, I'd like to invite you first to let yourself just arrive in this moment. So just pause, letting yourself take a break from whatever it is you were doing. Just taking these few minutes out of the day for yourself to let yourself just be right here, right now. And if it really helps you, you can close your eyes if that feels good. Place a hand on your heart if that feels good. Remember that you are here right now. Maybe you feel the heartbeat under your hand. Or you can just notice your breath, not needing to control it, not needing to change it, just noticing as the inhale comes in, as the exhale goes out. In this moment, not needing to be anywhere, not needing to do anything, just letting yourself pause and notice this moment right now. As you continue to breathe, notice, and pause, I'm going to bring the cards to my heart and ask to be guided to the message that will most inspire you today to be who you really are in the world, to let go of expectations and just show up in all of your fullness and light. Putting that intention out there, I'm going to shuffle the cards. And you just keep breathing, being, and noticing. Not needing to go anywhere or do anything. And our card message today is, go within. All right, loving it. Always love these for, just whatever the question is, it always obviously ends up with a really relevant draw and message. So the question was, what will most inspire you to be yourself and shine your real light in the world without the expectations of, for example, the external world? So of course we have go within. And this is from the Royal or Imperial Palace, in Beijing, China. And there is actually, through this kind of doorway here, you can see another courtyard. This is a courtyard within a courtyard within a courtyard. So our message would go within. Like a courtyard within a courtyard, you have many layers to your inner landscape. You enter through the opening of a new experience, and you see a whole new world before you. You explore this world for a while. Then you find a new doorway. Gathering your courage, you step through. Another new world opens up. You explore. Sometimes the immensity of your expansion frightens you. The brightness of your purpose startles you. You may want to run back out to the safety and comfort of your previous world, your previous self. But you are not meant to play small. You've already outgrown what came before. You're called ever inward, your soul expanding like the universe. Your soul is capable of infinite growth. Your deepest desires await. Dare to dream. Dare to go within. What will you discover today? Let that message sink in for a bit. Going within. So a couple different directions I want to go here, but I'll start with this idea that it's so normal, right? When you go through a growth process, a transformation process, an expansion process, it can be kind of scary, and you're learning and kind of owning your power in a way you never have before. And yet that also feels kind of awkward and weird. And speaking of those external expectations, oh, that's not normal, because what the example we kind of constantly see in the world is that people kind of do whatever they're told, right? And don't actually really recognize how much power they have to create their own lives and their own experience of life. You have that infinite power within. And as you grow and expand, it is totally normal to kind of want that security blanket of even if it feels maybe a little bit more, constricting, at least it's familiar, right? This endless story of the familiar uncomfortable is more desirable than the unfamiliar unknown. Even if it might be even better, it's still kind of scary because it's unknown. All right. So how do we really expand our courage and grow our courage? And it's taking small steps. You explore a new world, and you stay there for a little bit. You get to explore that world for a while, and then you find that new doorway, and you can go through. And honestly, if you kind of run back out and go back to that old world for a while, that's also totally normal and okay. But what you'll notice is that as you kind of like a snake shedding its skin, as you have shed a previous skin, a previous version of you, when you kind of run back out, you'll actually recognize that wherever you were before doesn't really fit anymore. And so you are kind of drawn inexorably towards that next level of transformation. So letting all of it just be a natural process. And I say natural, it doesn't necessarily come naturally, because it's not necessarily our natural state to be in the discomfort of expansion. It takes actually proactivity, and it takes decisions, and it takes choices. So knowing that it's totally in your control, and it takes courage, and it takes decisions, and it's not going to just happen necessarily without you taking some steps towards it. So let yourself take those steps. Experiment with them. Take baby steps. I'm a huge fan of taking baby steps. You don't need to leap into the very center of the, skip through 5 courtyards to get to the very middle. That's not going to help, right? That's going to be too challenging and overwhelming. So take it one step at a time, one courtyard at a time, and know that there is really no final destination. It's all just growth and expansion and experimentation and play. So the other thing I wanted to say was, what I also love when this card kind of, it juxtaposes expansion into the infinite universe and going within. So this idea that the deeper you go inward, the more you expand outward into the universe, because you and your soul really are the universe and the multiverse, if you will. You make it even bigger, right? But there is no limit. You are infinite. And it's infinite within, it's infinite without. In every direction, you are infinite. And that might also sound a little bit scary, but just knowing that you are capable of holding that power within, that internally sourced power of just being your light and being who you are, is and that's one of the reasons you are here on this planet, to learn about being that light and being that infinite expansion of soul. So going within and expanding out are not mutually exclusive. They are actually the same thing. So that is just the universe of what can happen when you do let yourself dream and go within and see what is sparking within you. That again, if you can pause the noise of the outside world that tries to bring your attention outward, what happens when you let your attention actually go more inward? And again, inward into your soul, inwardly out into the universe, and ever more inward to who you really are. That's what we're here for. That's what you're here for. And I hope you get to play with that this week. Let me show you our photo again. As always, it is my honor to be on this journey with you, and I thank you for the opportunity to share and spread some light into the world and the energy of being who you really are. All right, see you next time.